Have you ever heard of Matamoros, Mexico? It's a border town just across from Texas. Dusty streets, not many resources, and for most kids, not a lot of opportunity. That's where Paloma Noyola grew up. No fancy clothes, no internet at home, just a small house near a landfill, and a spark in her eyes. Paloma wasn't loud or looking for attention. She just loved to learn. She'd sit in her classroom quietly, asking questions, thinking deeper than most kids her age. Now here's the twist. Her teacher, Mr. Jose Urbina Lopez, wasn't the typical type either. He didn't care much for rigid rules or old textbooks. Instead, he asked his students one simple thing. What do you want to know? Crazy, right? He gave them computers, let them explore, and trusted them to figure things out. And Paloma? She ran with it. While others memorized answers, she was chasing understanding. And that's where it all started. In a forgotten school, with one curious girl and one brave teacher. Okay, so picture this. There's a big national test coming up, the kind that ranks students across all of Mexico. Everyone expects the usual, top scores from private schools in big cities. But guess what happened? Paloma Noyola, the quiet girl from a school next to a garbage dump, scored the highest math grade in the entire country. Yeah, you heard that right. No one saw it coming. Not the officials, not the press, not even Paloma herself. Suddenly, cameras showed up, reporters wanted interviews, and then Wired magazine dropped a headline, "The next Steve Jobs could be from Mexico." But here's the thing, fame didn't change her. She didn't call herself a genius. She just said, "I had a good teacher. I worked hard, I was curious," and honestly, that might be the most powerful part of this whole story, because it proves something we all forget. Being brilliant isn't about where you're from. It's about what you do with what you've got. So let me ask you something. What if the next genius isn't in a fancy school or a big city, but in a tiny classroom no one talks about? Paloma's story isn't just about being good at math. It's about what happens when someone believes in you, and when you believe in yourself. She didn't grow up with the latest tech or private tutors. She lived near a landfill, but with one teacher who dared to do things differently and her own curiosity, she showed the world what's possible. Sure, the headlines called her the next Steve Jobs, but you know what? She never needed to be anyone else. She stayed true to herself. She kept studying, kept learning, even taught herself to code. And no, she didn't chase fame. She chose growth over hype, quiet progress over noise. So here's the real question. How many other Palomas are out there, just waiting for a chance? Maybe someone like that lives down your street. Maybe it's you. Thanks for watching this story. If it made you feel something, inspired, curious, hopeful, don't forget to subscribe to today's story. We've got more true stories coming every week. And who knows, maybe next time, the story will be about you.